Hello YouTube, my name is Ekuegan, you call me EK. In today's video we're going to go with IKELOS version 1.0.3. It is now craftable and a lot of people have been loving it and I just want to go over it. Everyone loves Voltshot on it. We're going to talk about that. Just want to talk about a Crucible one real quick. If you are making a Crucible one, once again, this is what I would go for if I was to make one for Crucible. Alright. Killing Wind, Rangefinder, Seraph, Small Bore. You could potentially either do a perpetual motion if you like. If you're a person that moves a lot, perpetual motion wouldn't be a bad thing because you get stability, handling, reload. You can also probably go for something like Thread Detector. Shot Swap is very awkward to me because it's like you get to store charges which allow you to swap this weapon fast. But I think the swap to the weapon is pretty good enough. So I don't really think that is needed. Let's talk about the PV role because, you know, that's what I think most folks are here for. Well, we're going to put on the Voltshot and most folks are going to go for Feed and Frenzy. One thing that you need to know is this. When you proc Voltshots and you kill multiple things, Feed and Frenzy will only count as one because for some reason the game still counts it as one shot going out. So Feed and Frenzy for me is not something that I'm going to tell you to go after. Is it nice? Is it something that you can use at low end game content? Sure. But is this something I'm going to recommend if you're trying to proc Voltshot all the time? No. Thread Detector is going to be something that I'm going to recommend. The top two here are going to be Thread Detector or Perpetual Motion. The reason why I say that is because with Perpetual, if you're a moving player and you're consistently moving, you're going to have this stability, this handling, this reload. That's plus 15 at 2 and plus 5 at 1. It's going to last about 10 seconds if you don't have enhance, 11 seconds if you do have enhance. So it is not a bad thing to have. But I like to go with Thread Detector. The reason why I say that is because SMGs are made to be up close and personal. If you're getting close to a target, you're going to proc this. You have to be within about 15 meters of one target, and this thing will go active. It is very nice. Now, a lot of you, if you don't think your reload is fast enough, one thing that you can go for is Flare Magwell. Okay, Flare Magwell is nice. Flare Magwell is something that is going to give you 5 stability and 15 reload. If you really feel like that reload speed is not quick enough, if that 0.25 or 0.1 whatever seconds you don't think is quick enough, go with Flare Magwell. I'm going with Seraph rounds. Once again, if you don't know what Seraph rounds are, they're basically like armor piercing with ricochet rounds, okay? It used to have like built-in rangefinder, but Bungie kind of took that part out. A neat thing here is, even though the rangefinder kind of got taken out, the damage fall off with Seraph rounds goes up by 10%, okay? So that means your range does go up a little bit. I like the handling a lot from Fluted, and I like the stability. So Fluted Barrel is what I went for. When it comes to the masterwork for this, I did put on reload speed. You're going to see here that the base is at 34. And I got to say nonchalantly that Voltshot is nice to have, but at the same time, don't rely on it all the time. All right, especially if you're in endgame, you're probably not going to get that many kills with it to rely on it. The weapon itself is still really nice to have, especially if you're running like maybe Overload SMG or something like that. Now, if we're talking about like base reload, right? This is my base reload. And I'm fine with that, right? Now I have 2 enemies around me. Do you see my base reload? That is pretty sweet. Now we only have 1 enemy around. I don't think that reload is bad. I think this reload is pretty solid. Now the neat thing about enhanced Voltshot is you get it for 7 seconds instead of 6. If you get something like that going, I don't think you need Frenzy. There goes Voltshot. Boom. Easy. And if I'm around the target, Red Sector's up. Quick reload. Alright? If you're out there and you're thinking Feed and Frenzy, I think it's overrated. But if you like seeing like quick reload on your screen, if it's like a mental thing, you're like, man, it could have been like 0.002 seconds faster. Go ahead. Do it. Do what you gotta do, man. But that's about it for this video review. I wanted to, you know, kind of get to the point, get in, get out. Some other roles that you can potentially go for might be like Threat Detector and Surrounded, or even Frenzy. If you're a huge fan of Frenzy, once again, I talk about Frenzy being paired with other weapons that have Frenzy. The reason why you do that is so you can keep in the fight for longer, and also knowing that if you have Frenzy in your primary and you have a heavy that has Frenzy or a special that has Frenzy, you could go to that and rely on it. Like I like having if I have like an SMG that has frenzy on it, and I have the new grenade launcher from the dungeon that has frenzy on it, I know that I can go back to that grenade launcher and it's gonna feel like very smooth, right? So that's one of those things when it comes in terms of playing the game that I like to like kind of break down. But yeah, that's it. If you like the video, make sure you hit the like, subscribe button. We also have notifications. If you want it on all to all, make sure you, instead of having it on personalized, you click on the bell and you turn it all to all. But that's about it. We do have a Discord. It is discord.gg/EKUEGAN. We have a discussion room. Make sure you jump in there if you want to talk about other things in Destiny. But yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Deuces.